Hey guys, Moses here. Just want to take this time to share this video with you and talk about a hopeful Africa, something that you all know is very important to me. I'm making this video out to my family members, both here in America and outside this country, and also some close friends of mine who, of course, have been a part of my life and I've seen what I've has happened and what I've done through Hopeful Africa and through the support of many others. Um, for family, you do know that about last year in November, I did choose to step away from Hopeful Africa. I needed to take time away to myself. A lot of things were happening, and it just got a little bit overwhelming on my side, and I needed to separate myself from the organization and figure out and align myself in a way that is healthier and take care of things that really matter the most to me, and also take care of myself as well. So over that time, there's a lot of discussions what is going to happen with Hopeful Africa, and essentially there's different decisions as to whether I should come in and help run it fully and not have to work a full-time job, or whether we should have someone else come and do this. There's so many different things on the table, or whether the organization should cease to exist. And there's so many different things, and it was definitely a lot of mulling around and thinking what the future would be. And as of end of last month, the decision was made by the leadership of the organization that Hopeful Africa should close its doors, just because of where we're at and the things that we have, and that it would not be sustainable to continue with it. This, of course, was something that was difficult. I kind of saw it. I won't be lying if I didn't say I kind of saw it after I stepped away in November. But I thought we had other alternatives, other options on the table that would help continue the cause in one way or another. But leadership felt that was not best. So that's where we were at, and that's where we came to be. About a month ago, and the hardest thing for me with all this was not so much even just me stepping away, which that was very difficult. Um, Not having to talk about the organization, not having to fundraise and help out and all those things, like it was very hard for me. I'll be very honest. But the hardest thing was when I found out that students who we were sponsoring through this organization were sent home. They no longer had an opportunity to attend school, and that their scholarships were cut short. The teachers who were helping were no longer employed, that the schools had digressed in their progress due to lack of funding. This was new. This actually kept me up different nights. This made it very difficult for me personally. And while I realized there's nothing I could do, say it wasn't in my hands, um, I, it still affected me. It still was a reality that I had to face. And so, over through this whole ride, I had an opportunity to talk, with a friend of mine who I've come to know really well over the last year, Drew Zahn, to try and figure out, is there anything perhaps we could do? Is there something we could look at? Is there a way that we could perhaps um, mitigate some of the challenges that are being faced by the people that we used to help back in Africa? So we started exploring, well, we could possibly look at creating a separate nonprofit organization and just help a small group of people, make it very small, focus it on things that we know went really well. Talk to people, see what do they think. Should we do this? Will they be on board? Trying to figure out how to create this something, better essentially than what we had before. And it's something that has been quite exciting, exploring this and talking to people, and it's crazy. But I think up until something is taken or something comes to an end, do people realize the value that it had before? And so being able to learn from past mistakes, being able to learn from the decisions that we made over the whole 9 years, what we can do to move to the next step has been quite exciting. But you know, I can't help but look at the past and see that even though this is how Hopeful Africa is coming to end over the next couple of months, we did achieve a lot. We did so much. You know, I know my family was a part of it. I know that the friends of mine, close friends of mine, have supported this. Have come to events. Have done multiple things for me and for this organization, and we helped thousands of students. We helped them stay in school. We provided lots of materials, lots of educational resources to help these students move forward, and it was not for in vain. I believe that these students who we impacted will look back at some point in their life and realize that it was because of people like you that we were able to bring this hope into their lives, that they still are determined to achieve and move forward in their dreams, and be able to bring the progress that they want to bring back in their communities in Kenya. And so I am not discouraged. I do not feel as though we failed at all. Not at all. Those experiences, I would not trade them for nothing at all, because they made me to be who I am, and I am so thankful for all the people who are part of this journey. Every single one of you who helped support this, who were able to encourage me and able to make me to be who I am, to help this organization be where it came to be. So as we close things up, we're evaluating, we're looking and seeing what might come out of this, what could be a possible alternative to things. And it's really exciting, and so I invite you, if you're interested, to talk, to tell me your feedback, tell me what you think about this. We'll be putting some stuff out to people, and you'll see. And we want this to be something that is made by the people we know. We want to value input, your ideas, and see how we could possibly create something even better than what we had before. So at this point, yes, we're closing Hopeful Africa, but I feel that there's something great that's working here. And it's really crazy to see how God works His way in many ways in our lives, how He can use things that can be so discouraging and so hard to bring something great out of it. And that's how I feel right now. That's how I felt the last few months. So I'm very excited to see where we're moving to. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing what the next step will bring.